everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the love reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I hope you enjoyed your general reading for the month. This is for February 2019. So this is love, romance, partnerships, basically fifth house energy. If you're not dating or interested in dating, you can definitely use this reading with regard to your artistic or creative potential. And I'll look at that in brief once I get all the cards laid down, but I will focus on relationships and partnerships for the majority of the reading. So love messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February. Yeah, someone needs a little mental break here, some sleepless nights, maybe something irking you, living in your head too much. That could be a message for some or all of you. I do find the Nine of Swords to be almost like an internal torment. We do it to ourselves, in other words. It's not external, it's an internal, I guess, chaos. So, for whomever that message is for, maybe get out of your head, try to get out in nature, talk to a friend, find a therapist or a good counselor, find some joy, find some reason to laugh. Because that's a pretty heavy energy. So let's get love messages. Love messages, Pisces, February 2019. And yeah, a new offer of love. I suspect very strongly that is you for you. I think you just need to be kind to yourself or expect more from others. Emotionally, for emotional support. Love reading, love messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. February 2019. Love, Pisces, February 2019. All right, folks, center column is going to be in relation to you, the situation, and your partner. Left column closest to the camera represents you. Right column represents your partner. I'll go through everything in detail for you. Yeah, unsurprisingly, we have this really disappointed emotional energy here, the Five of Cups. I actually generally don't look at the bottom of the deck energy for my love readings, but I did this time. I won't use it for the spread. I just want to let you know that if that is a message for someone out there, if you are feeling emotionally unfulfilled, not getting what you think you need or deserve, or something's not measuring up, that could be part and parcel of why you're kind of stressed out about it in your mind. So I always start at the end. Habit. Your outcome card. So for your column, you have this really nice apprentice card, building something to last. Within an institution is what we're looking at by the time we're looking at the Three of Pentacles. So something, it's in the legal environment, medical environment, judicial, educational. But it could be something as simple as you've been working on a project with someone and it has some relation to the business world or some relation to the world of, institution. It could even be the institution of marriage here as well. And then your partner they are ready to put down a burden here for your outcome. They need to put a burden down with you or for you. Maybe it's just a matter of knowing what it is you need, knowing what you're working on, and they can match your energy here. But these are two different worlds. You will have a lot of gorgeous energy here in the center with regard to the state of the condition of the relationship, your partner, and the nature of your issue. There's just a lot of passion missing here. A lot of creativity within the relationship is missing. You are definitely looking for a way out here emotionally. And then, of course, with your partner's desire, it's almost like you're speaking two different languages here. Language of the heart, language of the mind. This is very exacting energy. It's someone who could be very brisk This person could also need more information. Again, I think communication is essential this month if you want to get something emotionally from someone who is proving very difficult in that area for you. Essentially, don't expect someone to read your mind or come through for you if they don't know what you need. Here, your challenge is, not being able to move, not willing to budge. This is a pretty stubborn energy. And then you have, your partner's challenge essentially is they find it hard to flirt. This is a difficult energy to play around with, to have fun with. And there's a lot of playful energy between these two cards. But for some reason, and I'm going to suggest that it has to do with communication, not seeing eye to eye on something, not being able to get to the heart of the matter here, just being upset about something that you're not able to communicate with the other person. And it also could be matched by maybe they don't have it to give, and maybe they have it to give and they don't want it, and that could be want to give it. And of course, that's a little bit more troublesome, because then you have to ask, well, why am I with this person who doesn't want to give me what I need? So if anything, just at first glance, what I would suggest this month is to make it really clear to your partner what it is you desire from them. So let's begin here with the current state of the relationship. This is the divorce queen. But it's also, you can notice the big white owl there. This is someone who has seen and heard everything. They've been through everything. So I think you might even feel like you've exhausted all options here. But it's also, we're looking at the Aquarius. The Queen, sorry, big fat lie. That is the Libra. We're looking at Libran energy, which does rule partnerships. Also, it's equilibrium. This is balance, sustainability. But it's someone who's brutally honest as well. Someone who is just willing to drop truth bombs in order to get to the heart of the matter. So the current state is definitely you've got to say something. And you can probably see here, pardon me, the column on your partner's side here with the Knight of Air kind of looking directly at here. I think they need feedback. They need to know. What element are you playing with here? Are you able to communicate with your partner at this time intellectually, to intellectualize your emotions, to come at it from that perspective as opposed to just fully from the heart and be, emotionally vulnerable? I just don't see them there for you in that aspect this month. It would behoove you, in other words, to approach them, even if it has to do with your emotions, Pisces, from an intellectual, to intellectualize them somehow, I know this is probably uncomfortable or not even, desirable in the long run, but if, something's being missed out on here, something is coming in between you two, so it's a great opportunity to maybe just match your partner's energy in order to get your message across, because for whatever reason they can't meet with you right now. They can't meet you where you are. And that could be because you're emotionally advanced at this time. Your partner's current position is the Chariot. You could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Sagittarius. But ultimately this is, full force ahead. This is no slowing down. I know the direction I'm going in. But, the key word as I'm learning more about Tarot, as I continue to read, is self-control. Your partner's current position, self-control. Now, why would that be? And this is the central component. If we were to take out the spread particulars and we were to look at just the cards together, this is central, right? Self-control, what is that about? What are they controlling? Are they controlling their emotions? Are they controlling their outlook? Are they controlling their language? Could be controlling their behavior. They're actually not looking at each other. There's just one sort of looking over toward the other. Controlling their passions. Here with the nature of your issue, this is Leo, sun energy. This is essentially joy. So the nature of your issue this month in February is joy. It could be a lack of joy. It could be an over presentation of it. Fifth house energy. This is love, creativity, sex, right? This is generally speaking, this is passion. This is wearing your heart on your sleeve, being able to be that effervescent in the limelight, but you're comfortable with it kind of energy. And because we're speaking directly about relationships and partnerships, this is, being the nature of your issue is being in the spotlight together, being that which your partner absolutely needs and desires, so that almost like no one else exists here. So that may be lacking at this time. If this is all, I'm going to flip the script for a second, and if you're all super getting along and there are no difficulties here and you're able to tell the truth and you're coming through something difficult together and you're, exhibiting self-control, this could work out for you very, very well. The nature of your issue could turn into something that actually grows into something fairly passionate. But I'm going to suggest here that you need to get something off your chest. So this is you emotionally walking away from something. Your desire is to emotionally leave something heavy that doesn't work for you behind. It doesn't mean that there's not something valuable that wasn't there, but presently it's not enough. And you probably saw that the ship was coming in to take this person away. So it's just emotionally, it's in a couple of words, it's being fed up, in my view. So the nature of your issue is just, you're not getting emotionally what you need, but guess what? Neither is your partner. Your partner's desires is, I need more information. I'm going to do more discovery. I'm going to ask more questions. So even if that isn't your style this month and you are interested in developing the relationship further or saving it, as it were, it would be a really nice month for you to make something known about the emotion, about what you need, about sex, romance, whatever it is in the relationship that seems to be floundering or needs some spark here. Just spit it out. Just say it, because like I said, your challenge is the miser. It's holding everything in. It's holding on to something. It's not only being unwilling to move, it's being afraid to move, being afraid to give something up. It's settling, right? You're settled. And I get it. If you're settled, it can be really scary to try to move on to something different, even within the relationship, even, adding more vulnerability or adding another layer. But then you have to ask yourself, what are you in this relationship for? If you can't fully be yourself and fully reveal yourself, what kind of relationship is that? Here with, of course, your partner's challenge is, this is the one night stand, right? I mean, this is the rushing, sort of passionate, flirty energy, a great deal of fire. I mean, you could very likely be dealing with Sagittarius, as I mentioned, or Leo, just a lot of fire, someone with a lot of fire. So even if they're not Sagittarian sun, they could have some fire in the first 5 planets of their chart. But of course, these, and again, you can see elementally, everything's different. 2 different levels, water and air, earth, fire. So I think a really meeting of the minds right now is necessary for you to get some peace of mind. But their challenge, maybe they're trying to, get physical with you or induce some passion back into the relationship, and you're not budging. But I think you really need to make it known, because you don't want them to carry around ideas in their mind about what it is, or think, or, start to internalize the rejection, which, they may think it's me, I'm doing something wrong. Wow, this reading got really long. Sorry, folks. 3 of Pentacles is what we're finishing with, as I said at the beginning there. So working on something. And you could have come far already. You could feel like you've already done your due diligence. You've done all the work. Maybe you're just tired at this point. But again, I mean, if that's the case, you need to make a decision, because this person is ready to put something down. Their outcome is, you know what? The end is in sight, the end of whatever, okay? It doesn't have to be the relationship. As I said, it can be the end of an argument, the end of a phase, an end of the silent treatment, the end of not knowing what's really emotionally going on with you. Mending is necessary at this time. Mending relations, mending hearts, mending, You know, mending, another term for mending, of course, is repair. Something needs to be repaired, restructured. But you do need to be open and honest. And if you have done all the honest and open work here, it's time for, it's time for your partner to pick up the slack here, meet you in the middle, right? I'm very, very curious about this self-control being a major component of your love reading for February. Why would that be a major contributor to outcomes? Well, we'll take this one and then I will get you one more here. These are all upside down. Hold on. Yeah, so this situation involves marriage. This could be something as, you know, obvious and simple as a marriage on the rocks. It doesn't mean it has to end. This is very likely a phase, okay? But it involves a wedding or a marriage, either getting into it, being in the middle of it, or talk of it, and then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I think it's really critical right now that you do that, and if nothing else, it'll be a test, okay? It'll be a test for the relationship. But communication is key. Try to be intellectualize it as best you can, if for your partner's sake, if nothing else. And Pisces, all the best to you. I'm wishing you all the best luck in your love and romance for February. Please take excellent care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.